Right now, let's bring in ABC's Alex Presha, who has been following the trial for us outside the courthouse from the very beginning. Alex, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Go ahead and kind of run through what were some of the big takeaways from yesterday's closing arguments.
Well, I'll start with that point that Steve left off on, and those were those comments made by defense attorney Laura Hogue, who was talking about Ahmaud Arbery's long, dirty toenails. That was definitely a moment during closing arguments that got a lot of attention, both in and outside of the courtroom. Wanda Cooper Jones, Ahmaud Arbery's mother, was in for the vast majority of yesterday's closings. When that statement was said, it was a moment that she could not bear. She said, wow, got up, left the courtroom. It's also something that we've heard Arbery supporters talking about yesterday outside the courthouse steps as well. So it's one of those things where, you know, as this gets ready to head to the jury for deliberation, you wonder how much that image and that language sticks with them. Because for the vast majority, Stephanie, of this case, we've seen the defense really kind of walk a tight line by humanizing their defendants, but also not victim blaming or talking disparagingly about Ahmaud Arbery. So that was one of the things that stood out to me. The other thing that stood out to me was yesterday there was a decidedly different crowd around the courthouse steps than we've seen in the previous days of this trial, right? Last Thursday, when hundreds descended on Brunswick, we saw all those faith leaders holding prayer circles and fellowshipping. Well, yesterday, lots of supporters, I clocked it probably about $1.50, but it was a much different crowd, much different energy. We saw new Black Panther Party carrying long rifles around this courthouse. They marched around the courthouse to the point where the judge could actually hear the commotion outside. He's decided to put the jury in an internal deliberation room because of that. And so I think one of the things we're all kind of curious to see is what crowd shows up here today. Again, everything was peaceful, but still a very different energy here in Brunswick. Stephanie?
I can only imagine it, Alex. Thank you so much. We appreciate your reporting there on the ground.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.